Well, hi, my name's Ian, and I want to welcome you to another 5-minute family devotion here at Engadine Hiko Anglican Church. Today is the last day that we're going to be looking at parables that Jesus told, stories that tell us about God's kingdom. Next week, we're going to start a sweep through the Bible to go with our church teaching series. Well, today we're going to look at a parable Jesus told about an amazingly valuable treasure. It's a parable about how valuable God's kingdom is and how we mustn't miss out. It's from Matthew chapter 13, verses 44 and 45. Now we're going to be telling the story today with emojis, so get your parents' phone out with their permission and find the emoji buttons, and where you're able to, find the same ones that I've got and message them to somebody saying, "This is what I learnt about Jesus today." Now it's a short parable, so I'm going to take a little bit of a license to be able to flesh it out a bit. Well, there once was a man who was going out on a walk. He loved the country air, he loved the sun on his face. Well, one day, as he was going out for a walk in a field, he tripped over and he fell down. Now, he was a bit angry about that, so he picked himself up, he dusted himself off, and he looked around to see what he had fallen over. He had fallen over a treasure chest. Now, he picked up the chest. It was really heavy, and he opened it and saw that it was full of treasure. Now he looked around to see if anyone was watching, and then he buried the chest again in the ground. Now he quickly ran off and he decided to sell everything that he owned. He sold his boat, he sold his bike, he sold his car, he sold his house, he sold whatever he could. And as soon as he had all the money, he went and bought that block of land. Now everything that was on that block of land was now his, including the treasure. The treasure was so valuable that he just needed to have it. Well, Jesus told another little story about a man who needed to have something. This man was looking for fine pearls. Now pearls are little stones made in an oyster. Some are good, but some are amazing, and so they're very, very rare. He looked in shop after shop after shop. Now the ones that this man had seen weren't that good, and he wasn't that impressed. But then one day he looked and he saw the best pearl that he had ever seen. Now the man needed to have it, so just like the other man, he went and sold everything he had. He sold his mountain bike, he sold his trophies, he sold his guitar, he sold whatever he could. And when he had the money, he went to the owner of the pearl and bought it. You know, see, it was so valuable, and now it was his. Both these men gave up everything that they could in order to gain the thing that was the most valuable. You see, boys and girls, Jesus says that knowing God and being part of his kingdom is more valuable than anything else. It's like the man's treasure and the man's pearl. They're the most valuable things ever. So the kingdom of God is the most valuable thing ever. It's more amazing than even the thing that you love the most. But you see, knowing God is worth more than anything in the world. And it would be a shame to miss out on that. Well, how do we make sure we don't miss out? Well, the only way that we can be in the kingdom of God is by putting our trust in Jesus. It's that easy. What do you think the most valuable thing is? Have you put your trust in Jesus yet? Because it would be a shame to miss out on being in the kingdom of God with the great King Jesus. Now in a couple of seconds, a couple of questions are going to come up on the board. And as a family, I'd like to invite you to read, to think, and to pray. Now pause the video as you do each one of those together. And remember, keep sending your photos in and we'll say g'day to you in the coming